Welcome to the Explainer. We're actually going to skip the usual intro banter today because, honestly, we have some literally mouth-watering secrets to uncover. If you love authentic Thai food and you really want to understand exactly how to build big, bold flavors right from the ground up, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're breaking down the ultimate street food classic.
Okay, let's dive into this. What exactly makes a Pad Ka Prao not just good, but absolutely mind-blowing? I mean, we've all had versions that are, a bit lackluster, maybe kind of dry, or just missing that authentic punch. But today, we are extracting the pure, concentrated techniques directly from our source material to guide you on a journey of building ultimate flavor. Let's get started.
Section 1. Preparing the perfect pork. The absolute foundation of this dish actually starts way before you even turn on your stove or pick up a spatula, because the meat selection completely dictates your final texture and juiciness. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that the source specifically insists on this one cut, pork neck or sun cow. And why this cut? Well, it's all about that beautiful, rich fat marbling. This isn't just about indulgence, guys. It's basic culinary mechanics. As you cook, that fat renders down, ensuring that your high-heat stir-fry remains exceptionally soft and juicy. It guarantees your dish will never dry out in the wok, no matter how hot that fire gets.
And look at this absolutely crucial tip directly from the source. You need to hand mince the pork for absolute texture control. I know it is incredibly tempting to just buy pre-ground meat at the grocery store to save some time, but taking the effort to hand chop it with a cleaver literally makes all the difference. It ensures the cooking process is easier because the meat doesn't just turn into a mushy, watery paste in the pan. Instead, you get a perfect, distinct, and super satisfying bite in every single spoonful.
Section 2. Pounding the chili paste. If the pork is the structural foundation, this carefully crafted spice mix is the absolute soul of the dish. This is exactly where that signature, fragrant, fiery kick is born.
And this brilliantly illustrates the secret weapon of an authentic Pad Ka Prao, combining two totally different forms of chilies. On the left, we have the dry jinda chili. This provides an intense, lingering, deep, spicy heat. Then on the right, the fresh jinda chili, which delivers incredibly fresh aromatics and a bright, immediate flavor. By using both, you aren't just making it hot, you're building a highly complex, layered heat profile that hits your palate in totally different ways.
Now, let's walk through the actual mechanics of making this paste in your mortar and pestle. Step 1, you absolutely must remove the tough stems from the dried chilies. If you leave them in, they won't break down and will completely ruin the texture of your dish. Step 2 is really critical for your workflow. Pound those dried chilies first until they are a fine powder. Because they're much harder, if you toss everything in together at once, you'll end up with big, unchewable chunks of dried chili. Right, so once they're powdered, move to step 3. Add your fresh chilies and your garlic. Finally, step 4. Pound everything together until fully integrated. Taking your time with this mechanical sequence guarantees a perfectly uniform, intensely flavorful paste.
Section 3. The masterful stir-fry. Get your ingredients staged and ready near the stove because things move incredibly fast from here. We are ramping up the energy and the heat to match the fast-paced, sizzling action of a real Thai street food wok. So the crucial point is this quote right here. Dieng tong pad prik gratiam hai hom gon. That translates directly to, you absolutely must fry the chili and garlic paste in the oil until it is deeply fragrant first. This is the golden rule of Pad Ka Prao. When that paste hits the hot oil, the aromas should literally explode in your kitchen. It should smell intensely spicy, garlicky, and incredibly rich. If you rush this step, the whole dish kind of falls flat. You really have to wake up those essential oils in the chilies and garlic.
Let's move to and see how this builds into our high-speed wok action. Step 1, fry those aromatics in oil until fragrant, just like we discussed. Step 2, drop in that hand-minced pork and immediately break up any clumps. You got to keep that spatula moving. Step 3, you are frying this over incredibly high heat until the pork is mostly cooked through. Step 4, you need to season rapidly so absolutely nothing burns. And Step 5, crucially, add the holy basil right at the end, taking it off the heat. It's a rapid, high-heat progression from start to finish.
Let's break down that rapid-fire seasoning mix we just mentioned. You need all of these ready to pour. We're hitting the wok with fish sauce, green cap seasoning sauce, and oyster sauce for layers of deep umami and rich saltiness. Then, a dash of dark, sweet soy sauce. This is specifically utilized for that beautiful, rich, appetizing dark color that makes the dish look so irresistible. And finally, just a touch of sugar. Listen, you aren't making the dish sweet. That sugar is acting chemically to perfectly balance out that intense, aggressive heat from all those chinda chilies.
Remember, as the chef of your own kitchen,
You are completely in control of the final texture. Control it just by adjusting your wok time. Some people love their Pad Ka Prao a bit saucy to mix in with their rice, but if you prefer a drier, more concentrated stir-fry, which really amplifies the flavors by the way, simply keep tossing the meat over that high heat a little bit longer. The liquids will evaporate, and those savory sauces will cling beautifully to every single piece of pork.
Section 4, serving the ultimate dish. Okay, we can finally turn off the exhaust fan, lower the pace slightly, and prepare for the final presentation. All that intense, high-heat hard work in the wok is about to pay off immensely.
Just a quick reminder on that holy basil we mentioned earlier, tossing the leaves in after you've turned off the heat is the ultimate secret to preserving its delicate, peppery fragrance. The residual heat of the pork is all it takes to wilt the leaves perfectly without destroying their aromatic oils. Now look at this perfect plate. You absolutely need steamed hot jasmine rice to soak up the flavor, a crispy fried egg with those beautifully golden lacy edges, and prick nam pla, that classic zesty mix of chili, fish sauce, and a squeeze of lime. When that creamy, runny egg yolk mixes with the spicy pork and rice, wow, it's just absolute perfection. These accompaniments are basically non-negotiable for the true authentic experience. Which leads us to our final thought for today's explainer. Now that you know the true secrets, the beautifully marbled hand-minced pork neck, the dual chili pounding technique, the high-heat aromatic wok action, and the rapid seasoning, will you ever settle for a bland, dry stir-fry again? Yeah, I really didn't think so. You now have all the structured knowledge you need to master this absolute classic at home. So grab your ingredients, get that wok smoking hot, and go create something unforgettable.